Hello, friends. Sunday afternoon. Let me put something on here. Life is good today. Just wanted to let you know I'm on my YouTube channel. I'm live right now. Open mic. Anybody wants to come up is welcome to. Just to discuss anything you want. Hello, friends. Trevor Begakler. Trevor, how are you, my friend? And I saw a wedding picture of you, but I wondered when it was. Um, Nice wedding picture, by the way. I'm going to put a poll out to the Degenerates group. Degenerates, just wanted to let you know that I am live on my YouTube channel right now. Love to have you. So, what's everybody doing? It's Sunday afternoon. Who we got here? We got the Cusies. That's Sarah from Syracuse, New York. Let me look this up on my phone. That way I can read it. I'm sitting out on mommy's balcony, and I have to tell you, this is so unusual for this time of year. I can't even tell you how nice this is. Um, but I'm very thankful. I see fish jumping. That's unusual for this late in the year. I see a bunch of ducks down there. Okay, now let me look on here and see. I can see it on my phone a little bit easier. Fatima, very good to have you. Thank you for joining us. Watching football today. Ah, that's right, it's Sunday, I forgot. It was a nice photo, but we are no longer together. Oh, crap, Trevor, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to bring that up. Note to self. Must take better notes at family reunions. I've got a very comfortable shirt on, but it holds every little piece of dog hair. And we've got a husky that sheds unbelievably. Um, it's 72 degrees here, crazy for this time of year. It is 74 here right now, Sarah, and I'm in disbelief. Uh, it is so pretty. Um, I'm going to try to show you the sky here. It is just, I normally do this on my inspirational things in the morning, which I thought were done. Um, I think we've got some kayakers over there. Got some to do in our shore. Obviously, no leaves. Any of the evergreens, of course, they're year round. But isn't that gorgeous? Look at the sun. Oh, what did I do? I think I did something. What did I do? Can everybody still hear me? You can still hear me. I'll put that in there. Anybody that wants to come up is welcome. I'm going to put my camera down here. Okay, now let me try to read this better. Okay, Trevor says I'm good. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Sarah and Trevor. It is such a beautiful day. I don't know if you could see when I aimed the camera down the channel, but the sun is so low in the sky this time of year, and it's already, I don't even know what time this is. It's 14:22. It's only 2:22 Central, but it seems like it's 5 or 6 in the evening. But that's always the way it is here in December and January. I just thought it would be a great chance to come out on Mommy's balcony and chill a little bit with you folks. I'm very glad to have you. Trying to see who all is here. Got Fatima. I'm here from the great state of Michigan. Okay. Uh, a non-comment creator on YouTube. Enjoy the community. Thank you, Fatima. Um, I, I for the first 6 months of this year, I found YouTube in the end of January and started participating in the, once I figured out how to do it, the live chats, the live stream. Um, then after Jamie and Sharon turned me on to YouTube, then I met up with Blaine of Rayleigh Creative, and he had these cruise-a-thons, which I think it saved a lot of our sanity to keep us occupied on Saturdays. And it was really a great chance for me to meet other people, other channels. I spent a lot of money, and I'm glad I did, because it got me in the door to meet so many wonderful people. Oh my goodness, wonderful, wonderful people. And a lot of them, they went on to develop their own channel. I did. In July, I started doing um, my own channel. I do like 5 minute inspirational videos on weekdays and things like that. I'm going to see if this is as bright as this goes. And I think it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to turn this up. I can hear it better. Okay. Who we got here? Lindsay TV. Thumb up. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay, do I have your channel or not? I don't know. But if I don't, just let me know what it is. My daughter has been out on her kayak too. We've got a couple people there in the channel kayaking. The water's fairly flat. Of course, I'm on the channel, so the main lake is right down there and to the left. What's it say? I am just a coattails rider. Well, Trevor, I was that for many months. I spent 6 months as a coattail rider, and I just tried to encourage people a little bit here and there and offer some humor in the live streams. I've spent my whole life in front of people, and I love to participate in conversation. I love dialogue, and I've tried to help, especially some of these younger guys. I don't know if you all saw those young guys on Friday night. They're nothing but impressive, all three of them. Dominic of Happy Cruising, Tyler of The Tyler Show, and Nick J of Travel with Nick. Sorry about the neighborhood noise. That's what you get when I'm outside. But I'm not complaining. It's supposed to be nice today and tomorrow. I don't think the weather's going to break until Tuesday. It is very, very unusual. Very unusual. Oh, my daughter just got home she's been walking her husky. I put some pictures on Facebook. I was commenting on, somebody said, if you can't help but smile when you pass a dog. And I said guilty, and I put a picture of our little dog. Then I said guilty again, and I put a different picture of Sparrow, the big black dog. And I put a third picture of Subi, our red husky. And wow, what fun they are. I apologize, I really need a hat. No desire to have my own channel. Well, Trevor, Sparrow, I don't blame you, Trevor. There are some people that put so much time and energy into their channel. I don't do any editing. I don't do any recuts. I don't really cuts and retakes. Although Friday, I had to make it a third time, and it was. Hold on, just a second. What?
Do you know of any spots in Chicago, like the city where I can watch the sunset, like on the water, where I can get good pictures of it?
Not the sunset, but you can watch the sunrise.
Where do I go for the sunset?
Um,
There's nowhere in the city.
no, honey, Chicago's on the east coast of Illinois. There's no sunsets there. There's sunrises. You'd have to be over on the other side of the lake, like in Michigan. Um, but there's nothing in Chicago to watch sunset. She's trying to take some pictures and stuff like that. Karen Griswold is here. Hello, love. Good to have you. And I was just talking about this young man. This is Tyler of the Tyler Show. Welcome, Tyler. Good to have you on a Sunday afternoon. Jaden Morales. Hello, Papa Mozo. How are you today? Jaden, I got to tell you, I had a very, very tough Friday, and Saturday was better. Saturday was much better. Um, don't read too much into that. If I'm having a train wreck of a day, I usually, uh, a lot of times, if I'm having that bad of a day, I don't even have the ability to respond. Um, but uh, if it goes for 3 or 4 days and you haven't heard from me, you can probably assume the worst. But I don't. My health is a constant. It's the thorn in my side, if you will. And some of it's due to my drinking problem. Yeah, there's that. Karen Griswold, I think I've asked you this before, but I forget. Where are you from? Are you from the Midwest or the South or East Coast, West Coast, Pennsylvania? We have friends here from Pennsylvania. Neil and Kimberly Yunker, they're in the Pittsburgh area in Allegheny, well, close to Allegheny County if they're not in it. And then we have Dave and Brandy's Excursions, and they're on the other end. They're kind of northeast of Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is one's the east side of Pennsylvania and one is the west side of Pennsylvania. Been through them both many times and good memories from Pennsylvania. One of my favorite memories, I used to weigh 420 pounds before I had gastric bypass, and 13 years ago I decided to end all that and had gastric bypass. But before that, I never could feel full, never, no matter how much I ate, and I just ate everywhere I went. And so I identified cities, and I got to tell you, Pittsburgh and Philly both have some awesome restaurants. But I love going to Philly for an original Philly steak sandwich, which is a little bit different than they do it here in the Midwest. Um, Nonetheless, I like the ones in the Midwest just as well, if not better. But I could really go for one right now. Um, but I haven't eaten anything today, so probably not good. Guess who we have right here? This is our friend Rachel from Rachel Loves Disney. Now, she was having a tough time the other day on one of my live shows, and she went to eat some soup and lay down and rest. Rachel, tell us, are you feeling better today? Huh? Are you feeling better? Lindsay, tell me again where you're from. Are you Philippines or Malaysia or Middle East? I've got I've got people from all those places: Australia, New Zealand, all over the UK, several cities in Europe. Oh man, I'm getting the urge to travel, but I can't do that much anymore. I've had some health work done in different places around the country. And I was able to go to Oklahoma in the summer. It was in June. Excuse me, was it June? Beginning of July, maybe. And I was able to meet Danny Griswold of the uh, Gris, Griswold Family Vacay, is what I'm trying to say. Griswold Family Vacay. He and his son Landon are the talent, and then his other son Adric is the producer. Wow, they put together a lot of fun things, and it's very family friendly. His videos are good, and he takes a lot of time, puts pride into his work, and it's a blessing to see boys with a father in the home, committed to their mother and trying to be a good example to his boys. Very good to see. I always applaud them. Now let me see what my phone is saying. I got a comment here. Wow, this is getting hard to see. Concord, New Hampshire. Karen Griswold's from Concord. Okay, Karen, are you neighbors, or do you know J&N Travel, John and Nancy? I know they're from New Hampshire, but I forget what part. I, of course, have always wanted to go to New Hampshire. I wanted to go to Squam Lake. I just want to go there and buy the cabin that's on the lake. Way better, says Rachel. What's that saying? All your advice helped me, Papa. Oh, that's so sweet, Rachel. I'm glad. I don't want to see anybody sick if they don't have to be. Uh, Mainly, it's also cause I was on your stream. Oh, okay. How's the favorite doggy? I miss her. I think my daughter, I thought I heard her car pull up. Oh, yeah, she came out and talked to me. They've been out running, and that dog is getting her exercise, and she has really been pooped out. Um, Tyler, hey, saying hi to Rachel. Um, I'm from Boise, Idaho. I had a friend lives in Idaho Falls. Well, and actually, I knew another lady who used to teach with me, and she was from Boise. This has been 27, 26 years ago. Yeah. Uh, New Hampshire. I'm wondering what part of New Hampshire. Back to football, everyone. Have a great day. Trevor, as always, my friend, it's very good to have you. Anytime you see me on, you are more than welcome to join us, friend. Bless you. Hey, I've not been getting notified if you're singing on lunch hour still. If you are, let me know. Okay, have a good one there, Trevor. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Trevor. Bye, Trevor. This is Karen. Karen, are you familiar with Squam Lake? Big Squam Lake? I want to go there so bad. I want to buy the house where they filmed on Golden Pond. I don't have the money to do that these days, but I would have years ago. You guys just don't know how unusual this weather is for this time and for this place. Uh, it's like a mixture of two seasons. You see all the bare trees, but it feels like May, the end of May, like Memorial Day. Memorial Day is usually not hot, not hot here. When I lived in Florida, Memorial Day was extremely hot. But again, that's all relative. Oh, that makes it easier to see. Okay, let's see who we got. I just got out of the shower and my hair is flying wild. I don't know J&N. Leanne and Brian Francesconi live in Derry. Am I saying that right? Derry, New Hampshire, about a half hour south. Squam Lake is gorgeous. Nothing there but the lake and nature. Oh, Karen, I got to tell you, honey, that just sounds delightful. Oh, that was my cooler. Sorry. Fatima, I am in Chicagoland. I live in the far northern suburbs. Um, my little village here is called Round Lake Beach, and it's only like 25,000 people. It's a small village, and the village of Round Lake Beach is in far northern Lake County, and that is one of the collar counties of Cook County, where Chicago is. So we're in Chicagoland. We're in the far northern suburbs. I'm very, very near the Wisconsin border. In fact, I'm only about 35 miles from Mitchell Airport, which is Milwaukee International, and believe me, it is a world of difference flying out of there than O'Hare or Midway. Both Chicago, the big airports in Chicago, are just unbelievably crowded, and the traffic getting in and out of them can be perilous. You really, really have to be careful. There are like 258 suburbs of Chicago. So if you tell someone, "Oh, I'm from the village of Round Lake Beach," they have no idea where that is. But we're far. It's a suburban area. We're not in the city. I'm about 50 miles from the tower. Um, but I can be at the tower in pretty much an hour. I can be at the Willis Tower, which used to be the Sears Tower, same building. Now look at here. we've got some sweet friends of mine that I've come to know and love in the last couple months, and that is none other than the Traveling Short family. And I believe it's called the Six Traveling Shorts. And this is Jonathan. Jonathan Short from the Six Traveling Shorts. Yes, I see it now. Okay. And you all know my memory's crap, so just be patient with me and bear with it, over the hill old man. Um, Six Traveling Shorts. Saying hi to the Tyler Show. Uh, yeah, Jonathan, did you get to see any of Tyler and Nick and Dominic on the Friday live show that I did? They absolutely did a great job. Great job. I did get lots and lots of feedback. People emailing me saying, "Wow, those boys are nothing but impressive." And I said the same thing. It's impressive to see young men that are respectful and respectable. They already have a good work ethic. I'm very proud of them. I had nothing to do with raising them, of course. It's a testament to their parents' good parenting skills, apparently. But I've never heard any of those three. I've never heard them have a harsh tone or kind of a snarky smirk on their face. Nothing, nothing but respectful and respectable young men. I cannot wait to see what these guys are going to do. I told them if they buy a cruise line, then they're going to have to just keep one suite and call it the Mozo Mini Suite. That way, I can go on a cruise anytime I want, and somebody else will do the cooking. Of course, somebody else has been doing my cooking for a very long time. So, um, Midlife Crazy has joined us. Hey, that's our friend Brad Ryan. He's from Southern California, and fine people. They've got a show starting in 3 hours. Brad, when's that start? I get the times on. I think it's around 5:30 or 6 Central, but I don't know. I never can keep it straight. Whenever I get the notification, I just go over there. And I certainly won't be on that long here today. Thank you for those of you that did email and text me. Some of you have my private number. I appreciate it. I am doing better, much better today than I was Friday. Friday was a little bit of a train wreck. But I have those. I'm familiar with train wrecks. Let's see what else we got here. Midlife saying hi. Okay. Edna's World. That is my sweet Edna. She's from the Wilmington, Delaware area. Edna, I know you're celebrating today. Your senator, aka former vice president, is the president elect of the United States. So we're happy for you and all the people in Delaware and all the people in America that voted for him. 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so that's 5 p.m. for me, Brad. If you all want to go over to his live show, well, not all of you, but it is adults only. Please don't have your children in the room. It's not a conversation. It's not designed for kids. They don't market it towards children. In fact, they usually always make a verbal disclaimer that this is not kid appropriate. Edna recently lost her husband to pancreatic cancer, and I've had cancer before. I've had pancreas issues for 17 years, and it's extremely painful. And just the pain alone can take away what energy of life you have. Um, and I'm so thrilled that we were able to help in a small way to help her be able to stay home with him in the last few months of his life. It was a blessing. It was a blessing for us. She feels like it was a blessing, but we were blessed too. Any chance that any of you get to pay it forward, please do so. Please do so. It will come back to you. You do reap what you sow. If you sow good seed, it will come back to you at some point. Let's see, Papa Mozo is an all ages show. We all know that. Just ask Brad. Yeah. Um, I'm only kidding. Ha ha ha. And yes, the celebration was big last night here in my city. I could hear fireworks in my house. Edna, I got to tell you, honey, um, I never reveal who I voted for. That's something my father taught me when I was little and first started voting. So I never reveal that. But the Bible says to rejoice with them who rejoice. So no matter who won, I would rejoice with the half of America that was rejoicing. Um, and there are some things that I saw in President elect Biden's speech and Vice President elect Harris's speeches, both of them, that I really loved hearing because I remember Ronald Reagan 40 years ago when he got elected. And Ronald Reagan, whether you like Republican politics or not, there was a reason I liked Ronald Reagan personally, was because he made everybody feel, uh, no, honey, it's still on this side of the lake, sweetie. She's trying to find a place to photograph a sunset, but our sun goes down over there, and that is west. Behind me, through mommy's screen door there, that is east, north, south. Um, but I was trying to rejoice with those who rejoice, and I was praying for my friends um, who did not they did not like the outcome of the election, and they were very angry about it and kind of lashed out at me a little bit. I understand they were very passionate about their opinions. Um, if you disagree with someone, let me just, and you'll hear this again this week, so you're getting a preview now. But I I don't believe in attacking people for their opinions. I can let you know, okay, if you think the sky is purple and I think the sky is blue, then I might say, well, in order to get to purple, you have to have red and blue. So I'm half right. I've got the blue. I just try to find a place to meet in the middle, no matter who I'm dealing with. And I hope you do too. And don't shame people if they have a different opinion than you. You're gonna hear this probably tomorrow or Tuesday on uh, my morning inspirational video. It did look like a celebration. The city of Wilmington absolutely threw a bash. It was a big party. Um, I liked seeing everyone at the Black Lives Matter place in, I think it was in D.C. Well, there were several of them, but the big one was in D.C. in front of the White House, I think. And I've been there many times, of course, for different reasons. Um, and the only thing is, I can't help but thinking, they weren't socially distanced at all. I was glad that most of them had masks on. Not all of them, but most of them did. And a lot of people feel like if you're outside that, you can't get it. But when you're that close, you can. So I could never be a part of that kind of celebration. So it was nice to see it on TV. I'm happy for anybody that is happy. And I'm sad for the people that are sad. It doesn't have to be my way or the highway. Um, you can't build a church like that. And of course, that's been my business. I retired this year. Thank you. Okay, now we've got Ting Ting. Ting Ting Ordaz. That has to be Asian. Sounds a little bit Filipino. Ting Ting, where are you from? And welcome. Welcome to the show. Speaking of cooking, Jonathan Short is a chef. Man, I'd like to get Jonathan and York Doodles. I'd like to get them together. Uh-oh. He's lighting a fire. I love the smell of burning leaves, but my allergies just wreak havoc on me, so I might have to go in. This is another friend of mine who is a fine, fine man from Trussville, Alabama. That's the Birmingham area. It's none other than Chris Barnett, the creator of SEA, See the World with Chris. He has a good channel. He puts out a lot of information. He was in Cancun last week. Well, I think they got back last week, about a week ago. But he put on a video of time lapse. They were there during Hurricane Zeta, and he put on the time lapse, which was so interesting to see. And I don't think I ever told you that, Chris, but I really did enjoy it. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Brad. Chris is saying hi to everybody. Midlife saying hi. Edna saying hi. Yeah, Karen Griswold's here. Karen Griswold is from New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire. Oh, I don't know. I want to go back to New Hampshire. I want to go to Squam Lake is what I really want. Just kind of a lazy, sleepy little area. Not a lot of hustle and bustle. I lived that life for many years. Traveled all over the world, and um, quite frankly, I'm just tired. my body has my body has caught up. That was just 2 hours of it. 2 hours out of 13 hours. Oh wow. Okay. Well, Chris, I really enjoyed it. That's one of those effects that all you IT professors know how to make happen. I have no idea how to make it happen, but I love watching it. It really was interesting. I've studied weather quite a bit, and I've seen many videos like that. It's the first one I've seen on here though of your take of the sky. It was really interesting. You'd have a good time right now because our upper atmosphere is moving quickly, even though it's only partly cloudy. Oh, well, it looks like the bad year blimp's getting ready to blow over, kind of. Oh, I may have to make a run for it inside. Hey, what's everybody doing today? It's Sunday afternoon at 14:40, or excuse me, 2:48 Sunday afternoon. Were you able? Number one, is your church open, and were you able to get to church? Now, our church is in the process of opening back up. Mommy's hoping to have it all back up to capacity after the new year. They've been adding to it little by little by little, getting our people trained and used to social distancing, which is very difficult. As you know, we're ministers at an all-black church, and if you've never spent a lot of time in the black community, it's a very family-oriented, and they love hugs, they love kisses. Um, it's kind of a serious. I mean, not that Italians don't too. Don't get me wrong. Italian family loves all that too, but they're very physical and demonstrative, and I certainly miss that. Sitting at home, I've not been to church since January. Um, that is the longest I've ever in my entire life. It's the longest I've ever been out uh, of the sanctuary, and I miss it very much so. But we're trying to get our people used to social distancing, and trying to get all the staff. We have a huge staff, several hundred people that keep things running. A huge volunteer staff, which my wife is over, and it is. Oh, there's Subi. Our husky just came out. Um, but trying to get that back together. If you weren't on here a minute ago, I let everybody know I came out because it was just too pretty a day to waste. It is 74 degrees, and the clouds are starting to move in a little bit. I don't think there's any rain in that. Um, they look like typical clouds for this time of year. We have what they call wet clouds, and those of you that live up here know the difference. There's a different shading on it because the light source is reflected differently. But these definitely look like winter clouds, but there's no snow. It's way too warm. It's 40 degrees too warm. So, but that's a great problem to have on a Sunday afternoon. Are you guys, who's watching football? We had Trevor Begockler in here a little while ago, and he was on a break from his football regimen, and he had to get back to the football. And, oh, there go our kayakers. Want to see the kayakers again? I'll show you. I'll show you the kayakers. Here we go. I'll turn it around. There they are. We live on a channel of Brown Lake. Brown Lake is in the north part of Lake County. We're right on the Wisconsin line in the far northern suburbs of Chicagoland. And believe me when I tell you, blessing to have this kind of weather this time of year. It is nearly unheard of. My hair is so wild because I washed it and I didn't dry it. I mean, it dried on its own, but it just flows. And whenever I shower and wash my hair, it just flies away. And I just got out of the shower a little while ago. Sounded like someone was just burning tires near your house. Um, it's not tires. It's oh, I got you. No, she's burning wood and leaves over there. Yeah, that's there are. I live in a brown neighborhood. There's a few whites, and there are some black, but mostly brown. And some of them have those hot rods, and they love to squeal the tires. I did the same thing when I was young. Sure. I need to get our kayaks back in the water. I'm missing the water. Jonathan, if you guys make a trip up here, bring your kayaks, and you can go kayaking every day. Even if the water's too rough, you can still go here in the channel. Uh, yeah, it's a very nice place. My daughter loves. She loves to come here. Her kayak is down there on the pier, and she's been going out in it in the evening time, taking pictures. She's looking for a place at this moment to find a sunset over the water, and that's not really that's not going to happen because that's just not. We're on the west side of Lake Michigan, so everything to our west, where the sun goes down, everything is land, um, and everything to the east is good for sunrises, but not for sunsets. You can't even see the sunset from here. Um, the area of our neighborhood is very huge, well-developed trees. Um, we looked at a house yesterday. We drove by one that just looked like a dollhouse. It was so huge. It was 1,400 square feet, and it was all on one level, which that attracts me, of course, because let me put this back in here and see if anybody wants to come up. Who else we got here? Karen saying hi to Chris. I heard a screeching. Yeah, Jonathan, that is likely. Oh, she. Jonathan says my daughter needs to cross the channel and look towards our house. Well, she could do that, but we're on. It's only a channel. It's not even 100 feet across. It's probably more like 75 or 80 feet wide. It's narrow, but I guess I guess she could trick somebody into that. Someone go live with Mozo, says Rachel. Absolutely. Rachel loves Disney. She's got her channel. She's putting out some material. What computer did you end up with? Chris, I ended up with a Chromebook. I'm not on it right now. I've got my phone playing YouTube for me, and it's muted. But I'm talking to you through the tablet, which is, I don't know what it is. It's my daughter gave it to me. It was hers, and she wiped it clean and showed me how to get on the StreamYard site. And that's about as good as I can do. Can you hear me okay in this? Because I'm outdoors. There's not a whole lot of wind. There's a little bit of a breeze. I hope I'm not getting drowned out by the wind noise. What's everybody drinking today, huh? Anybody have a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew? You're in good company if you do. Plump Travelers. This is a good man from Canada. I believe he's from British. He's from Powell River. I think that's in British Columbia. Is that right, Plump? That's Larry. Larry, I think. Larry, did you tell me you're going on uh, the first cruise of your life, or Was that somebody else? I thought it was you that said that. But you know my mind is mashed potatoes. Um, Larry's a very kind man, very supportive. I appreciate that. Fatima is starting a Coke. Oh dear. Ah, boy, all the Coke people. Chris said, I have an empty Pepsi bottle. Good for you, buddy. I think, Chris, weren't you the one that said you went to Talladega or somewhere, or Daytona, one of the 500 races, and uh, they had a Coke challenge or Pepsi challenge or one, and you ended up choosing Pepsi even though you had always drunk Coke and you always liked Coke? I think that was Chris. I can't drink alcohol until Wednesday after I finish my antibiotic. Ooh, yeah, Chris, get those in. On the phone, can't tag, says Plump. Plump, I'm drinking Red Bull and vodka. Oh my God. Woo. God bless your young stomach, my friend. Powell River, British Columbia. Yeah. If you've never been to British Columbia and want to take a beautiful North American tour, um, have one of your travel agents set it up. Um, Start off in Seattle. You can take a really interesting ferry ride. Well, they have two ferries. They've got the slow one and the quicker one. One's like 4 hours and one's like 2 hours or 90 minutes, something like that. Um, I was going to say, when we got over to Victoria from the other side, when you cross the Puget Sound and wind your way up in there, you come to Victoria. Victoria is a historic city. It's beautiful, beautiful city, port city there in southern British Columbia. And we had a guy in a 1939 Rolls Royce that was taking passengers around. And long story short, we traded favors and we offered to send some of our business his way. Oh, this is my sister owned a travel company. She's passed away since then, but um, we offered him, that if we could give him 15 more people over the next year, would he give us a 1 day tour of Victoria? And he did. And he ended up taking us out to Butchart Gardens. If you're a fan of flowers and all the flora of the world, it would pay you to go to Butchart Gardens. I'm going to spell that for you. Butchart. Butchart. I'll put that right here. It's called Butchart Gardens. And it is near Victoria. There you go. Butchart Gardens. Um, it is so beautiful. I can't even tell you. I've never seen any gardens anywhere more beautiful than Butchart. You will. It's worth whatever they charge. Now, if they charge $100 to get in, believe me, it's not like any garden you've ever been to. There's things about it that can put the Palace of Versailles at shame. Um, Now it's been. Let me say this: it's been a long time since I've been to Butchart. 15 years. Probably 15 years or better. But it is really, really beautiful. Chris says, "Oh God, I do too, Chris. I love Tim Tams. Have you guys had Tim Tams? If I drank Pepsi, my mom would turn over in her grave. Now I do like a cold Mountain Dew. Well, then here's to you, my friend. There's a cold Mountain Dew. Well, it's getting kind of warm now, but you get the point. If you've never had Tim Tams, you're missing out on Australia's sweet treat. I need to see if I wonder if my wife could get me some of those on the Amazons. I don't know. She does. She orders stuff on Amazon. Um, Victoria is one of the ports on some Alaskan ports. Oh, okay, like on Alaskan cruises. Plump, did you tell me that you are going on your first cruise or going to Florida for the first time? I think you told me something. Oh, that smoke is getting me. Yes, the gardens. We haven't been there, but we will the next trip down. Yes. If you're into flowers, I would suggest though wait till Wait till either spring or summertime. It's good. Oh, I'm blocking the camera with my leg. There, that didn't sound good. So I just hacked up the mower blade. Um, Laura found Tim Tams at our Publix. Oh my goodness. Chris, you've given me hope for America yet. If America has Tim Tams, then Tim Tams and Jesus, then we're fine. Can I just say that? If we got Jesus and Tim Tams, our country's going to be okay. Yes. Maybe we could, you know how we've got the American flag, we got the mascot of America is the American bald eagle. Maybe we could make like the official sweet treat. It's always been Indiana's pie, the sugar cream pie from Indiana, but I would be willing at this point to make it a dual title, like sugar cream pie from Indiana and Tim Tams. Oh my goodness, does that sound good? Wow. Our first cruise is January 29th of 2020. Oh, okay. Okay, so your first cruise. And Larry, didn't you tell me it is from Florida? Now, Tim Tams, oh boy, Tim Tams are like incredible cookies from Australia. They are so, so good. My hair, I should have put some gel under or something when I got out of the shower. Plum Travelers, I'm addicted to liquor. You know what they say? Willy Wonka said, "Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker." So it depends on what you're gonna do. You can eat candy and drive. Uh, if you get caught with open alcohol in Illinois, at least, you're going to be in real trouble. There's usually no warnings that go with that, and sometimes it's immediate incarceration, even post bail. Uh, I've never, I've never, I've never driven. If I drink, I try to do that only at home. Um, there are a lot of people that are totally against that idea, but I'm not one of them. Our first cruise is January. Oh yeah, I read that. Trump Travelers. Oh, out of Miami on Carnival Freedom. Okay. Now, I'm not familiar with the Carnival ships. I'm supposed to be on Panorama. Oh, I'm supposed to be on Panorama. Um, Let me get a hat. I'm going to get a hat. Hang on a second. I'm supposed to be on Panorama in um, February. Celebrate my birthday. Yeah. Okay. I am sorry. I had to step out for a minute and get my hat. I cannot see my screen. Ah, much, much better. Uh, you should be in good shape, Larry. I dreamed to visit Miami after watching Miami Vice when I was younger. Was that Crockett and Tubbs? I think. Don Johnson. I did some work for Don Johnson years ago. You should be in good shape, Larry. Carnival is the fun ship. Well, that's what everybody tells me. And Jonathan, I will tell you, my wife's been on more cruises. I've only cruised twice in my whole life. Uh, as far as cruise ships, I've been on boats a lot, but as far as cruises, um, and they were in 2008. I went on Majesty of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean, and then in 2014, uh, my sister took me on Jewel of the Seas, Royal Caribbean as well, out of San Juan. Um, I like that a whole lot better. Um, I like the Majesty. I like both ships actually, but I like the itinerary out of San Juan way better, way better. Ended up going to Barbados, which I fell in love with Barbados and Dominica. Dominica had a double rainbow all day long, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky until there was. And I thought, how is there a rainbow? I still don't know how. I don't get it. Looks like my hat, says Jonathan. Well, Okay. A little worried about hearing about possible shortening cruises. I have two 8-day cruises. Oh, well, Larry, you can talk to Chris about that. He is I think he's a travel agent. Chris, you're a travel agent, right? Because I know Chris organized a lot of the activities that the people enjoyed in Cancun last week. He's been there twice that I know of, both within the last 6 months. And he, I'm almost certain he's a, let's see what Jonathan says here. As you know, I'm a big foodie, and when they mentioned 24-hour food as much as you want, I was hooked, Papa Mo. So you have to try Blue Iguana and Guy's Burger. The pig and anchor is delicious as well. I've heard these terms passed around, Jonathan, but I know nothing of them. What I was going to tell you was that Mommy has cruised a lot more. She's gone on like group cruises with ladies from the church, get like 30 or 40 women, and they would take a church group and go on the cruises and just absolutely had a wonderful time. I'm so glad she got to go. We have our beautiful friend Ilana Ornelas, all the way from Melbourne. Sorry, to Brisbane, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Very good to have you. Good morning, all. Good to see you, Papa Mozo. Ilana, very good to see you. Thank you for your message the other day. Um, I want to let all of you know that I am feeling better if you were on here earlier. Friday was a rough day. Well, not a rough day. No, the day was fine. It came like late at night and just a total train wreck. Not a total train wreck. I didn't end up in the hospital, thank God. There for a while I was wondering. Chris says, I'm a barbecue snob. I can't eat barbecue on a cruise ship cooked by foreigners. Well, hey, wait a second, Chris. Italians are foreigners and we're good cooks. I have an 8-day, October 15th through the 23rd. Not worried about it. It is the January of 22 I'm a little worried about. Well, I mean, you're still 22. Well, yeah, you're about 14 months from that. Larry, I don't know what to tell you. I'm certainly not an insider. I have a guy within the Royal Caribbean group, and he offers me tips sometimes, and that's all I can say. But I also have a friend in the CDC, and the CDC has been trying to step back from this and let. I do know that they're letting a cruise line, CLIA, am I saying that right? CLIA, I think. It's letting this cruise line association kind of dictate the course of action. Let's see what else it says. Excited about our Carnival cruise in 2022. Ilana, I believe that is the group cruise. Is that the group cruise, Ilana, on October something of 2022? Heather had invited me, and I hate to refuse an accommodation, but it's going to be way too close to my. And if I had found out 2 weeks earlier, I would have taken her up on it. But Sharon had just told me about the big cruise they're doing in January of 23, and I'm retired now, so the money is finished. But these cruises that I'm going on now have already been paid for. They were a retirement gift. So the one I was going to go on Bermuda next October with the ship show and Sharon at Sea. But I think I might change if this Panorama cancels in February. I think we might go on the Mardi Gras with Sharon and them on the end of May, it will be Mommy and I's anniversary. 30, we will have been together 36 years at that point. So we're kind of excited. I don't know. There were so many people on the West Coast I wanted to see, and I don't think I'm going to get to. Karen, cruising is special. Okay. I'm that way about steaks. Larry, I am too. I do not eat steaks anywhere because nobody can cook them the way I like them. And if I may be so bold, mine are always better. And I don't consider myself a cook anymore, but I used to. Chris, it's all how it's all how you take it in. I mean, Jim and Nick's is. Wait, am I reading this right? Jim and Nick's is okay, but there's something about barbecue while you're staring at the blue water. Ha ha ha. Uh, on the Dream, it was not it was not bad. Different ships may be different. Well, that's true, I suppose. Although I would think that their menus and their recipes would be the same, no? Or maybe it doesn't work that way. I don't know enough about it. I was going to tell you a minute ago, though, folks, Mommy loves Carnival. She said they're so much more fun now. She's in pretty good health, and she's getting older, but she's not old. Um, and she still has energy to go and see and do things. She knows that I can't. Um, Chris says, "Yep, Jonathan, Jim and Nick's is pretty good for Charlie's barbecue on Odenville. Odenville is the bomb. Their sauce and rub is so good. See, you all are talking uh, out of my league. I can't eat that kind of food. It burns my mouth so bad, and I end up with a reaction every time. Bad. Sometimes if it's a certain kind of pepper, I don't know, like cayenne or even ghost peppers and sriracha and all that stuff, it'll send me straight to the hospital. So I can't risk things like that. Oh, Najuma Brown is here. Hi, Najuma. How are you, love? Very good to see you. Now it's Saturday, or excuse me, it's Sunday afternoon here at 15:14, which would make it 0700 in Melbourne. Is that right? Ilana, is it 0700 there? Chris says, we've tried Conquest, Breeze, and Sunshine Barbecue, and it's the same sauce and meat as Pig and Anchor. No bueno. Okay, so Chris is not a fan. I'm assuming those I know Breeze is Carnival. And I think, Chris, I think you told me that you were a big Carnival guy. So I think those are all three Carnival ships, and he says that's just not his jam. Jonathan, since you're a cook, a chef for a living, I think I'm pretty confident in saying you could probably make better barbecue. And you could probably make barbecue for me that I could eat, which would have to be like a uh, honey, some type of a honey sauce. I like the flavor of barbecue, but I just can't eat it. It has the potential to send me to the hospital. Um, does terrible work on my pulmonary system, which in turn leads to heart problems, which in turn leads to another stroke. Jonathan says, see the world with Chris. There is some barbecue place up toward Warrior somewhere that opens until they sell out, then close. It's supposed to be amazing. I don't know where Warrior is. Jonathan, where is Warrior? Chris says we're in Titusville, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham. Yes. For all of you that don't know, Chris Barnett is from the channel See the World with Chris. He's got videos out of last week's excursion to Mexico, not excursion, I should say vacation, to the big group that went down to Mexico, to Cancun. They got caught in Hurricane Zeta. Um, by the way, Gulf Coast people, keep an eye on the weather. You've got hurricane warnings coming now from ETA. ETA, E-T-A. That's a Greek word. And it is coming your way. The warnings just went up earlier in the day. They've been gradually increasing. Um, you need to have a look at the Weather Channel and look at the cone, at the prediction cone. Get an idea what area of Florida you're in. Who knows? It could just do all kinds of craziness. I don't know. I know a couple from Birmingham would love to visit there. Birmingham is a historic city and a pretty city. Every time I've driven through there, however, it seems like that town is always under construction. Um, that could be just because I don't get there often enough. Maybe I've just gone there on the years when there were construction projects. But man, it seems like we have a lot. Same here, Chris. Savory. Okay. Okay. There's also, I got a friend in Birmingham, England, or UK, as it were. Jonathan, I'm waiting to hear about that barbecue for wimps. See the world with Chris, says Jonathan. The barbecue chicken leg on the Dream was good. I like savory as well. Don't like sweet. Around here they have a vinegar-based sauce I'm not a fan of on the ship they have. There is a Alabama white sauce that a friend of mine here, he owns a thing called Barbecue Productions, and he has Alabama white. Are either of you familiar with that? Now his is the only barbecue I can eat because one of his is A&W, or no, not A&W, IBC root beer. Um, I'm trying to think. I can't think. I'm wanting brisket. None where I live. They don't have brisket. British Columbia. Too expensive to make for myself. My wife doesn't like it. You know, if worse comes to worse, Larry, I will tell you. I mean, it may not be quite the same as homemade, but there's a reasonable facsimile at Sam's Club. It's prepackaged. It's like 2 pounds, maybe 2 or 3 pounds for in a frozen type package. It's already pre-cooked. All you have to do is warm it up. Um, do they have Sam's Club in Powell River? I'm not familiar with Powell River. I don't think I've ever been through there. Could have, but I don't remember it. Multiple sauces to choose from. Okay, okay. Uh, you guys would love my buddy's restaurant. Wow. He won a contest. He had cooked barbecue all his life, and he won a call-in contest on Chicago radio station, and they gave him like $25,000 for an entrepreneurship. And he presented them with a business plan, and they gave it to him. He won the contest, and he has opened. And since he's opened about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, they've had to add on 2 different times. And he bought their section of the building that was next to him as well. And now it's one big restaurant inside. And he also has catering business. Oh, gotta trim my mustache. The key is a wood smoked grill. Yeah, I've heard him say that too. That is my Barbecue Productions of is the name of his. They have a few in Vancouver. Oh, must be talking about. I live in a landlocked town. Oh, plump. That sucks. A few in Vancouver. Well, I mean, if you get down that way, take a cooler with you and fill it up with some ice, and get a couple for the road. Um, you can actually cut. If you got a super sharp knife or a cleaver, you can cut it in half and leave half of it frozen, and just cook the other half. And you could make 4 or 5 meals out of it. It's a lot of. I will tell you though, they've trimmed the fat. It's not a bunch of fatty mess. It's very, very good, very flavorful. If you've ever been to Firebirds, they are pretty good. If you are near Panama City Beach, Angelo Steakhouse, Pitt is awesome. I've not eaten at Pitt, but there are some restaurants in Panama City that I do love. Powell River is a small landlocked town of 10,000. Oh, wow, it is small. 3 hours north of Vancouver. Not much here. We have a McCrab, McCrabbie's an A&W and a Subway. Well, Subway, that's good. A&W, I get in the mood for A&W once in a while when I'm craving root beer. Our barbecue place has brisket twice a week. Panama City Beach at Pineapple Willie's. Um, I think I've been to Pineapple Willie's, but I didn't get barbecue. Can't remember what I did get. If it's the same place I'm thinking of, I think I got potato skins, shelled out potato skins, or maybe it was twice baked potato. I don't know. Too much travel to the brain cells. The best ribs are in Panama City Beach at Pineapple Willie's. Okay. Um, that is Subway. Okay. Wow. Okay. Put this in here. I'm going to put this in here one more time if anybody wants to join me. I'd love to talk to you. Fish ribs. We go to Copper River Grill. Is a chain in the upstate. They are okay. Chili's baby back ribs are horrible. Oh, I've never had a good experience at Chili's. I've never had a good experience at Chili's, Applebee's, Denny's. I've never had a good experience at Outback. I just don't get what the rage is about Outback. To me, number one, they don't know how to cook steak, and that's supposed to be their big famous thing, steaks and whatnot. And I don't know. I didn't have that same experience. Larry, I'm scared to try to smoke brisket myself. It's so expensive if I mess up. Well, make sure, and Jonathan will tell you this, Chris, just make sure you go slow. If it gets to be, you know, if it gets to be going too long, take it out. It's probably done. You don't want to dry it up. You definitely don't want dried up brisket. Yes, I agree, Chris. Same here. We have briskets here, just very expensive. Yeah, it is pricey. It's one of those things. I recommend it, for like a Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner. Of course, most American people anyway, stick to turkey and or ham for both of those holidays. But I like brisket at Christmas. I have a little different take on brisket. I like brisket with vinegar, apple cider vinegar poured over it, then drain it, and then soak it with pure horseradish, ground up horseradish. Uh, and I'm not allergic to that. It's delicious to me. Denny's is good around here, says Jonathan. However, the corporate office is 20 minutes from here. Oh, wow, didn't know that. I've just never had a good experience there, Jonathan. Like I say, I have a feeling you could probably make as good or better food than a lot of these restaurants. Something about when you do it for a living, you tend to take pride in it maybe a little bit more. Jonathan, that helps for sure to have corporate office so close. Yeah, yeah, right. They know that at any time, one of the big lids could walk in and possibly make life rough. I'm missing something. I'm getting ready to get off here. It is such a lovely day. Can't even tell you. It's 15:25 here, Central Time. That is. We are we are GMT -6, and so um, I'm okay with Denny's. We have them in Vancouver. Last time I had Denny's was in Seattle. We were flying out to see my kids. Larry, where do your kids live? Fatima says Detroit. Best barbecue is a man on a corner with a grill smoker made from an old oil drum. It is cheap. You can smell it for multiple lights away, so you have time to get your wallet out. Never hot. Yum. Fatima, I was in Detroit last year. Man, I wish I had known. My favorite Greek restaurant in Detroit has closed down. I used to go to the Lycon, but the Lycon shut down years ago, somebody told me. Um, but I know places in Chicago, these street corner places that are just like a good old boy working his magic. Um, Especially on the south side, there's a lot of places that have good soul food right on the street. But they've tried to crack down on that a lot because they want people to abide by the health code. My Canadian kids live in New Mexico. Wow, that's a stark change. That is what I'm looking for, says Larry. A nice, cheap backyard southern barbecue. Yeah, I will tell you, Chicago. among other things, Chicago is famous barbecue. There are places all over Chicago and that people flock from all over America to go to. I don't know what they are because like I said, I can't eat that. There used to be a restaurant it was on Rush Street, 1 block off the Magnificent Mile, and it was called Houston's. It wasn't much to look at. The atmosphere was quiet. There was a piano guy playing piano in the lobby, and I got the feeling it might be a little bit of a jazz club. But when we got in there, he was playing just real quiet, relaxing jazz piano, and those ribs, they needed no fork. You could just take them, and the meat would come right off the bone. I've never had barbecue like that anywhere. That didn't burn me up. Um, it's always the sauce that gets me. And of course, now, since I've had gastric bypass 13 years ago, I have to be careful how much I eat. Jonathan, have you had Dreamland barbecue ribs? They will ship. Oh, wow. Okay. I would love to do a food tour of the USA. I'm a foodie. Larry, oh my goodness. Um, if you want to like rent a humongous motorhome, I can be your personal guide and travel with you, buddy. I assure you, I can take you to some of America's finest dining establishments in some of America's most beautiful cities. San Francisco. Oh my goodness. There's some great dining in San Francisco. Of course, Chicago, Milwaukee. Oh, some incredible German food in Milwaukee. Incredible. Um, what? TJ is in here. Well, hello, TJ. Good to have you, friend. TJ, do you want to show your face? Or you're probably engrossed in football. I forgot. You're a sports guy. What is Chicago style? Chris, I don't know. I know when I've smelled it before. Um, Now, we do have a local lady named Hillary. She makes it. Hillary's, I could almost eat it, and it was good, like I said, but I have to be so careful because the sauce causes some kind of terrible reaction in my throat. And it is the sauce, it's not the meat, because I've eaten um, plenty of beef ribs and pork ribs, um, and even rack of lamb, things like that don't bother me. We have a place called SLO's in Detroit. It is nationally recognized. Great barbecue on Michigan and on Michigan Avenue in Detroit. Small place. Okay. Thank you, Fatima. Larry, there you go. We can start off in Chicago, then make a trip over to Detroit. Along the way, we could stop off in Grand Rapids and see the ship show guys. We are looking at buying a van, fixing it up, and doing a road trip down that way. Wow. Um, you'll be glad you did. I'm in the basement. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. Did it bring him up? That's the add to the stream.
Hey, Pablo.
Business one. Ah,
How are you?
I am fine, sir. Much better. Much better. I cannot get over this Sunday weather. It is just extraordinary for here. It's 74 degrees. I'm sitting out here in my shorts and a t-shirt. I got all dressed up for this. I totally got dressed up for this.
Yeah, I see that. You have a
I
shirt
got a t-shirt on. I got my Flimmy on.
on.
I'm in like Flim.
Sounds awesome. Hey, Rachel loves Disney. Yeah, we finished shooting this week's cooking video. I just got done editing it. Just put on you, just set for premiere for Tuesday. So I didn't see
Want to
anything.
give me a hint? Or are you gonna make me wait, or are you gonna give me a hint?
It's meal prep. Meal prep, my diet plan. So
It's what?
Sorry, I didn't hear the first part. What you said.
I said, do you want to give me a hint? Hi, Heidi.
Well, I'm cooking, or
Uh-huh.
no, I'll tell you, it's basically my meal prep plan that I've been doing on my diet. Like, I would eat every day, exercise and stuff like that. So it's all changed up a little bit. I'm limited what I'm cooking right now. Like, luckily, next couple weeks we have some parties we're going to where I gotta cook stuff off diet for them. So I have that in my back pocket. But This was something I was like, oh no, I have nothing I can think of I could cook because Kayla's on Nutrisystem, so her meals are set. Like it's just throw in the microwave for her, she's done. Me, it's
Oh.
like it's chicken. But the marinade I use is really good, so that's why I wanted to get out there at least the marinade for this because it was taught to me by a professional barbecuer.
Do all your friends that live in the area where you're going to these parties and stuff, do they know that you're quite the cook?
Oh yeah, well that's the thing about living here in Louisiana. Pretty much you have to be able to cook here. Like that's just like everybody has their own dishes. Like my buddy, he's great on the pit. I'm great overall. Just because I grew up as a kid, I watched Emeril Lagasse, and that's what got me into cooking when I was real little. But that's one thing about Louisiana is pretty much you don't find a house that someone will make a great dish. It's like we have a rule here: you don't order certain Cajun foods at restaurants. Like I don't order etouffees or gumbos at restaurants. I eat that at people's houses because it's always going to be better.
Yeah, there's things that I don't get when I go out because I've had them somewhere in America that
Right.
is just like my gold standard.
Yeah.
And I know that wherever I eat a Reuben sandwich, it will never be good as that Jew in Jackson. That guy makes incredible corned beef Reubens. And I don't even try Reubens. And believe me, there's places around here that I'm told make great Reubens, but I just don't think they're going to compete with that guy.
Oh yeah, Canada and I have a rule: if we go out of state, we don't go anywhere Cajun. We don't seek that out because we know it's not going to reach our standards. That's the reason, like, when we look at Mardi Gras, the only reason we're going to try stuff at the French Quarter is because it's Emeril Lagasse's recipes. So,
I didn't know that.
yep. Yeah, he's got, it's called Emeril's Bistro 1396. It's going to be in the French Quarter district, all their ship. And that's why, oh, thank you. I can see more of the studio. But that's why we're going to give it a chance because I've been to 4 different Emeril restaurants and they've all been good. So,
I have never been to his restaurants. I've seen him on TV.
they're all good. They're all different. Like it used to be what City Walk, I know it's closed, but that was the first one which it was awesome. I've been to his one in New Orleans, to a couple others around the country.
Rachel says it snowed in Idaho.
Oh shoot, it's like been the 70s here and overcast all day. Actually, it's stupid windy.
I cannot get over this. I would expect that where you're from, TJ, because you're in. Let's see, are you in Baton Rouge? Yeah, you're in Baton Rouge area.
Technically, yes, I'm just south. I'm like 20 miles south. I'm in Gonzales, technically speaking.
Okay.
Hey, Plup Travelers, how you doing, buddy?
That's near. That's not too far from Thibodaux, is it?
Oh no, Thibodaux. No, not Thibodaux's like hour and a half drive from here.
Nothing.
Thibodaux's close to Toma.
I can drive from Monroe to New Orleans, and it just seems like it only takes an hour and a half. I know it takes
they're fairly close.
Everything seems close there.
I mean, I'm 45 minutes away from downtown New Orleans. I've made that trek up too many times I can count. Well, I did. Well, we had back in 2016, we had a flood that took out half of Baton Rouge, and pretty much 9% of Livingston Parish, which is where my parents lived. I lost my apartment, had 8 feet of water in it. I actually had to live in New Orleans for 6 months after that. And everybody was laughing because how often do you hear more people after storms and stuff, migrate to Baton Rouge area because of like Katrina, things like that, Andrew back in the past. But this is the first time people from Baton Rouge had to migrate to New Orleans for safety.
Wow, that is unusual, right?
It's very unusual.
Well, we got to point out that she is from the Detroit area. She's telling us about. Oh, it's pronounced Slows, not SLO. Okay, it's pronounced Slows. If you want to check out the Edmund Fitzgerald Memorial at Whitefish Point, I would love to do that. I love studying and learning. I remember the Edmund Fitzgerald. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the striking. Ladybug's coming around this time.
I understand. Chris said we were going to eat at Emeril's in New Orleans before a cruise, but didn't make it. I will say if you go to, we only went because we have time. There are so many more great restaurants I could take you to down there. And it's not the big names like you always hear, like Mother's, like Acme Oyster House, like Ralph and Kaku's, Copeland's. Those are all good, but they're kind of, to us, they're chain. Like there's a bunch of stuff. Like I can walk you down Bourbon, and we can go to. I can send you to a hole in the wall. You'll have the best HFA you ever had in your life. Or see down at our place, we'll have like literally the place across the street from Acme has better oysters, in my opinion.
There was a place in New Orleans, and I wish I could remember the name of it. And I promise it was one of the best. I think it was crawfish etouffee. I'm thinking. I wish I could remember where that place. Can't remember the name of that place.
There's so many Papamos. It's ridiculous down there because I mean, you could throw a stone, you'll find a restaurant.
Well, this one particular, and I've eaten, believe me, more than my share of restaurants, but this one, and I love seafood, of course. That's one of the reasons why I love the cuisine in New Orleans, all over the South, really. The South has a lot of good fresh seafood.
Oh yeah.
They have to fly it in special planes. They have to fly it every day into a place up here called Bob Chin's because they never freeze their product. They've got special tanks. And
Well, hold up, time out, Papa. Plump Travelers, never spell like that again. There's no, zero. You call it Nolans, Nawlans, but not like that. No.
Oh, Narland. Narland? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
No, it's N-A-W, Narland.
I will say, Kayla and I will watch some shows. Not just security community, but when y'all say New Orleans, we just snigger because like it's New Orleans. You guys are gonna. That's one of those things you don't say.
Have a real problem with my dad, TJ. My dad always said New Orleans, New Orleans, New Orleans. 4 syllables, and I'm like, Dad, it's really more like 2, but it could be extended to 3. But it's not New Orleans. Let's make turn Orleans
New Orleans. I like. It's New Orleans. That's what it is. You can call it New Orleans. You can call it NOLA. That's what I call it. It's all good, Plump Traveler. I just like picking, dude. I just pick it. Don't take it personally. I just pick because the other thing we love, it became a joke to us during all this hurricane season since we got mad press during it, was watching people try to say like these like Lake Pontchartrain and just butcher it, or Lafourche, or some of these crazy French towns.
How loud is this lawnmower next door?
It's fine. It's big.
Can you still hear me?
It's probably louder to you than what they're hearing, Papa.
Okay. I didn't know how good this mic is on. It's not a separate mic.
It's like a background hum on my end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He just I don't have a clue what he's mowing. He has no leaves. He's got all the leaves out of his yard. And the grass is cut so low, you could putt on it.
Chris, you are correct. I agree. That's how properly New Orleans.
Absolutely, New Orleans is how people say it. Yeah.
That's how we. Yeah, I'll tell you a crazy thing they'll do down too, because there's a bunch of people who try to scam you and stuff. It's a stupid joke they do to get money off you. They'll ask you, "I know where you got your shoes from." Hey, I'll bet you $10. Know where you got your shoes from. But you'll say like a store, it's like, no, you got from your feet. I'll give my $10. They will follow you forever until they get that $10. Yeah.
I know where you got
Orleans restaurant's the best, and New Orleans has the best down there. I mean, but realistically, the better restaurants I found in the state come from Lafayette and a couple times I've been down Houma. I found some ridiculous restaurants down there. New Orleans gets because they're the most well-known city here. They get the prize, but there's a lot of other great places. Like Lafayette has some of the best boudin you'll ever have in your life. With big oysters, like makes Acme look like nothing.
Is there? Oh no, this is the one in Illinois. This is the chain. There's a Papado that's part of a chain here, but I was thinking that place down there in New Orleans was called Papado or Papa something. I can't remember. and it was recommended to me by a friend who is a very good cook. And she said, "Oh, if you get to New Orleans, and this has been over 20 years ago actually, she said, you got to try this." And we did. And I wanted to say it was crawfish etouffee. Oh my skies! It was crazy good.
Okay. I'll tell you,
And
my lately go-to place down there for me and Kayla's been Didi's, which is we have to be off diet for this. Oh, hey, Jonathan Short. Have to be off diet, but they do. That's my as of right now my favorite fried fish place because they do like if you got four people, it's $70 for four, which is pretty good down there. But you get a seafood fried tower that kills your arteries. You're gonna take 5 years off your life, but it's so good.
that is what I'm talking about, baby. I've not died twice and come back only to worry about causing burgers. I've been dead twice already. It's underrated. I like good food. Selling away T&K. Jonathan saying hi. Traveling Gilberts. Now these
Gilbert, by occasion.
are friends from Winsboro area. Ronnie and Teresa put a put out a very funny video.
Oh yeah, the Rougarou.
The Rougarou.
Yep, know that tale.
I told him that was French for or Australian for kangaroo with a toupee. The root on the roo. But I don't know. Hey, Traveling Gilberts. I'm not a fish fan, but really want to try catfish. Eh, Larry, I can take it or leave it. I get a lot of catfish because we're
Depends on
small
where it's
black.
cooked. Depends on
Yeah,
how and where you get it from. If it's real fresh, it's good. But literally down here, my favorite fish is redfish. When it comes to local fish, that's my go-to. It's not fish you can fry. It's more of like a broiled or grilled fish, but I love it. That's why I actually just went fishing for a couple months ago. And it's just so good.
I like perch, like lake perch, or cod from the East Coast. I
Okay.
like both of those well. The cod from the East Coast has a definite texture, but it doesn't have much of a flavor.
Right.
Lake perch from the lakes around here, it's usually pretty flavorful as well as a good tender texture.
Yeah.
Catfish, I've had catfish many times because we minister in an all black congregation, so there's plenty of catfish. I don't care for it, but I'm not a big person for cornmeal batter. I like flour
Okay.
batter better.
I'm probably gonna lose my Cajun card for this, but I'm not the biggest fan of cornmeal. Personally, I'm more like a flour egg batter.
Oh,
But I mean, I will. It just depends on, like I said, where who cooks it. I mean, there's some I like, some I don't like. Like there's a place down the road for me called Snows that they do cornmeal that I love, but there's a place next to called Lafitte's and I hate it. So this just depends.
do you in your preparation down there? Do you ever use adobo? Adobo. Adobo. It's it's a Puerto Rican spice. We get it
I've
here
heard
because
of it, never used it.
I will tell you, it's very good for fish and for beef, especially fish and beef. It seems like it brings out their flavor a little bit better. It's good on any meat, really.
I'll
Pork,
try it. I'm
chicken.
always looking for stuff.
I put it. I'm sorry.
I say I'll try anything. I could definitely give it a try, Papa.
Yeah, the name is from a company called Goya, Goya. They make a lot of different spices and stuff. They're a Latino company, but I'm telling you, adobo, we use it on everything. I even put it on green beans sometimes. It is
Jonathan.
better. Yeah.
So I go, John, that is kind of correct. There is one place here I love. It's off Plague. I cannot remember because I used to go there all the time. I'll come to me later, but that's what they do. I say when it feels like you're just eating cornmeal, it's almost like grits. It's almost like fried grits on the fish. I hate that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of grits. Although, again, when you're in soul food country, if you
Oh
say
yeah,
to anybody,
I love grits. that's one of the things I've kind of missed because that's always been like an easy breakfast. The more it's like microwave me a bowl of grits real quick, but right now I can't have breakfast at all. So
I violate the number one rule of grits. I pour sugar and milk on mine.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, I can see
All
cheese, bacon, chives, little salt, little toadies.
You
But no, I
know, I tell
can't
you
do
what,
sugar.
Jonathan says he could change my mind about that. I'll tell you, Jonathan, I grew up in central Indiana, and my mother was never a good cook. She made very simple food, and one of the things we had many mornings for breakfast, she would always try to make me a hot breakfast before school. And she always gave me either oatmeal or milk toast or cream of wheat. And cream of wheat is similar in texture to grits. It's a little bit finer than grits, but and I know the flavor is nothing like. But I never got that flavor out of my head. So the first time when I was a teenager and somebody brought me grits, I thought it was just kind of some yellow looking cream of wheat. And so I just put sugar on it and a little bit of cinnamon and poured just a spot of cream over it. And oh, was it good? It was delicious. But all the people here have a fit if we go out and I order grits, and they're like, you're going to eat those grits with sugar, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would tell you Yakes for the Southerners.
Lindendorf's is the go-to for catfish for us. Okay. Is that, Ronnie, is that in Winsboro or New Orleans? Cream of wheat is good too. I'm a Southerner and saying that. Don't shoot me. No, Jonathan. Cream of wheat, they're kind of different. I like shrimp and grits. Let me put these on
Sugar
here.
is one of my favorites.
There we go. I like shrimp and grits with blackened shrimp and garlic butter. Oh my God, that sounds good. I just never met a garlic butter.
Oh yeah, that is. There's a place actually here where I live in Prairie. Well, I live in what's called Central Parish, Gonzales, Prairieville. That's pretty much the main spots. A place called Frank's. That's my favorite. That's like one of our favorite local breakfast joints. They do shrimp grits like amazingly, Chris. You'd love it. They also do like a little. They almost make it like an etouffee sauce. They put in the grits. Oh God, so good. And they do the same thing, but they do it over biscuits too. Not the grits part, just like crawfish etouffee or shrimp etouffee over biscuits. And it's again, Bob, you feel the artist calling as you eat it, but it's just so good. And they do those big, huge, like buttermilk biscuits about yay big.
I'm trying to look.
Oh, you
place. I used to teach in Memphis, and I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, Pearl's Oyster House in Memphis. That's what it was. That's the one. That's the one where they had the real good seafood etouffee. It was not New Orleans. It was Pearl's in Memphis. I used to be a.
You can find some Cajun places in Tennessee. It's still technically the South. There are some good Cajun folk up there. So, Chef Paul Dubois, Tassel ham, also. I think that has this production. Okay.
Prudhomme, he's still alive?
No, I don't think they make that anymore. I haven't seen that in a while.
I didn't know. I thought Paul Prudhomme passed. But what do I know? Yes, me too. Damn. Well, what did Chris say? I missed it.
We stop there every time,
Ron. Okay. Ronnie told me recently that one of my favorite restaurants in Monroe closed down a few years ago. It was called the Chateau. It's an old mob-owned joint. And
they're the best, though.
The mobsters, they know how to make food.
Right, do.
And Victor Cascio was definitely on the wrong side of the law, but I think Ronnie told me either he passed. I think Ronnie, did you tell me Victor Cascio passed? But it used to be some really, really good food. That was the first place I ever had oysters d'Anville, and fell in love with oysters d'Anville. They don't even make oyster Ginsel up here. They don't know what it is. I'm like, ugh, come on.
Yeah, see, when it comes to oyster, I can't
Uh,
do them raw anymore. I got a bad oyster once that kind of killed that for me. But I will still do
oh,
oyster Rockefeller. So
I love oysters Rockefeller. Oysters Ginsel, it's hot. They do cook them, they steam them, but um, if you're if you like them on the half shell, still cold, that's not oysters Ginsel, but um, it's still you eat them out the shell. So you know, I don't know if it's the
yeah,
typical or the technical.
I got a bad one once that was not good. Afterwards,
Oh,
I was in New Orleans, in Bourbon Street, in a corner, just everything I ate that day came back up.
oh, they can ruin your Christmas, man.
Yeah.
They can ruin it all. I love being able to experiment at work. I'm a big sauce fan. Yeah, oh God, I am too. I love sauce. If I could just be a, hang on, if I could just be a saucier somewhere, I would be in heaven. Stocks, soups, and sauces. Huh? Yes, that's my jam. That is my jam.
Cool.
My big problem is soda, and if I do eat, uh, my big thing is I love fats. I used to like food a lot better, but the older I've gotten, the more I lean more just toward the fats, which I know it's not good for me. But well, let me see. This is See the World with Chris. I'm trying to highlight. There we
Okay.
go.
There's a hot dog place over here called Pete's Dogs, nowhere to sit, and people lined up outside to get. Well, I think Chris was that ever on the Travel Channel? 'Cause why does that ring a bell in my head? Because I think I.
No, see, Jay, I think what you're thinking of is that same place that's had the same grease for over 100 years.
Okay,
Um,
maybe.
and I saw that here a while back. It was they've been going over 100 years with the same grease. They just keep rejuvenating it and adding to it. But I don't know. That sounds a little gross, but I mean, once they rejuvenate it, it does get purified. So that sounds good. I love hot dogs. Chicago dogs. Do you guys like Chicago dogs? Because
Yeah,
Chicago dogs are everywhere.
Kayla's not a big hot dog fan at all, but shoot, I mean, I'll eat or try almost anything. So
Chicago dogs have those peppers like you
yeah, I
probably
like
like.
peppers.
Those little what do they call those? Those little vinegar peppers, but they're spicy. They're real spicy. We always used to call them sport peppers, but I don't
Right.
know what their actual name is. I can't eat them. Jonathan, the other night my daughter made me some ravioli formaggio, but she also made her own, homemade from scratch, Alfredo sauce. And I mean, it about knocked my head off. It was so good.
Okay.
And funny thing is, I never taught her to make Alfredo. It's something she just learned on YouTube. Okay, well, I have been on here long enough, friends. I've got to get back inside. It's getting dark here. Um, it is so pretty. I'll show you the sky one more time. It's really, really pretty here. I want to thank everybody for coming on and
Not a
being a
problem,
part of
Papa.
Sunday afternoon. Can you all
Well, that's beautiful. I don't know if I'm still on. Okay. Looks like Papa is your internet just stalled or anything, so I'm gonna hop off. I guess I'll see everybody at Midlife Crazy later today. Talk to y'all later.
Okay, my fault. Sorry about that. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I didn't mean, I accidentally hit the wrong button, go figure. But it's very good of you to spend some time with me Sunday afternoon. Thank you again for your concern and your prayers. I'm feeling much better than I did a day or two ago. Much better. I hope to be out here tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be another nice day. I'll maybe make my inspirational video out here again tomorrow, as long as this weather holds. Wow. I love you all, my friends, and I'm praying for you. Keep a friend of mine in prayer. That is Krista. You all know her from Krista, the Degenerates, Krista Wamhoff. She's got some bad news from a family member, so we want to keep them in our prayers and encourage them as much as we can. I bid you all a very fond farewell. Bye, my friends. Bye bye.